Alright guys, I want to talk about something that's been upsetting me most of today. There's two things actually, two. One of them stings a little more than the other, so I want to start off with that. Scalebound. Scalebound, the Xbox One console exclusive game that came from the partnership between Microsoft and Platinum Games, is no longer coming out. It's been confirmed as canceled. Why? I don't know. I haven't really looked into it that much. All I know is that this fucking sucks, man. I was looking forward to Scalebound. I know, granted, the game, every time it was shown, it was a little rough around the edges. I'm not gonna lie. That's true. It was a little rough around the edges. It didn't look that amazing in what, like, I like the concept behind it, but the actual showing, the frame rate and stuff, it needed work. The game needed work still. But it sucks that it's just never going to come to fruition now. It's never actually going to be released. And I just recently got an Xbox One. This was one of the games I was really looking forward to on the Xbox One. Because I usually like to stick with two consoles for, like, a console generation. Like, I already had a PS4 and a Wii U, and I was perfectly content with those two consoles. But I really wanted an Xbox One because there were some games that I really wanted on the console, like Forza, Killer Instinct. I still need to get Rare Replay on it. So there's a couple of games I really wanted, and not to mention the Xbox One S. You can play the 4K movies on there, which was a huge plus. But aside from that, it didn't really have too many games that I was looking forward to on that specific console. So the fact that Scalebound is not coming out anymore, it's a real bummer because it's like the Xbox One is in a situation where you can't afford to be losing exclusives, especially when the PS4 has like so many coming out. The Switch is probably going to have a lot that's going to be announced after, like, the presentation and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's a real bummer. I was really looking forward to seeing more of the game. I guess looking at the positives from this, maybe Platinum Games is gonna have time to make Bayonetta 3 now, huh? Like I said in my last video, for my hopes for the Nintendo Switch event was that Bayonetta 3 would get announced. I know that Platinum Games had a lot on their plate, but now that they're not working on this anymore, maybe it'll give them time to work on something else, or work on a brand new idea, or maybe work on this concept just in a different state of mind on a different console. Who knows? I don't think I've heard a lot of people saying, like, why can't another publisher just come out and just fund the game and just have it released? I'm pretty sure Scalebound is an IP that's owned by Microsoft, just like the Wonderful 101. Platinum Games developed this game. It's a new IP, but Nintendo owns the IP. So unless Microsoft is willing to sell the IP to another publisher, I don't think it's going to happen. So just looking at the positives, it'll give them time to go into developing a new idea or developing a sequel to Bayonetta 2. That would be fucking amazing. So that was a piece of news that stung the most today, but it's not over. There was something else that I'm hoping is not true. This one can be labeled under, like, rumor for now. But that is that the Batman, the movie, The Batman, starring Ben Affleck, that's going to be part of the DCEU. According to the rumor, it's been pushed back. Production has been pushed back. So let's read a little bit of what it says here. According to a long-time Batman on Film source, the Batman has been pushed back. How long? A couple of months, I was told. Thus, a July 2018 release now will be in question, as will a release in 2018 period. I mean, that sucks, but at the same time, it's like, it's not that big of a deal if it means that the movie's going to be a quality movie. Like, they're not canceling it, it's just being pushed back, which I'm okay with as long as the movie turns out, the end product turns out good. The one that really bothers me is this next one, and I'm going to read it from the article now. This would be the worst case scenario. Perhaps Affleck knows that Justice League is going to suck. Parentheses. I'm hearing it's a mess. I hope it's not. Fuck. End parentheses. Fuck wasn't in there. That was my fuck. But end parentheses. And he's ready to bail on the DCEU. Okay. So that's really bothersome because, like I said, we can only say, like, this is only a rumor at this point. We're only hearing it from this dude here, and but it wouldn't be that far-fetched to say, you know, from what the DCEU has been so far. It's been pretty lackluster, guys. Okay, so this is not so hard to believe. I mean, you started off with Man of Steel, which was okay, and then they decided, yeah, let's just set our universe, like, let's just branch off from this movie. This is going to be the movie that starts off our cinematic universe. This okay movie. You know, like, and then you have BVS, which was okay as well. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And then you have Suicide Squad, which I didn't hear a lot of positive things about. Personally, I didn't see the movie, so I don't know. The whole base for this universe is just fucked. You know, it's been so lackluster up to this point that it's like, how can will you ever reach greatness in this cinematic universe when the base of your universe is just fucked? That's my thinking. You have Wonder Woman, you have Justice League coming out. I would love to go watch those movies in theaters, you know, but like my whole experience has been soured already. The last movie I saw from the DCEU in theaters was BVS, and after that I was just like, okay, I don't think I'm going to be watching these movies in theaters anymore. And I skipped Suicide Squad. I haven't even watched it on Blu-ray yet. I would love to go watch, you know, Wonder Woman or Justice League in theaters, but what I've seen so far has not made me excited, you know, for these movies. So I'm hoping that they get their shit together for this cinematic universe. But you can tell that the studio itself, like Warner Brothers, they just want like they're just interested in the profit of it. They don't really care about the stories of these movies or how these movies are laid out, how the movies are structured. They don't really care about that. You know, they're not putting care into the movies. They just know that no matter what movie they put out there and how mediocre it is, like they're still gonna make money from it because it's a superhero movie. You know, that's where I know that's what the studio itself is thinking. It's a studio, you know. So I mean, I'm hoping it goes better, but this just is a real bummer to hear too. But let me know what you guys think about these two pieces of news. It really brought me down today. It was a huge bummer from both of these pieces of news. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these Scalebound being canceled, about the Justice League apparently being a mess. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.